What are we making? How do we do it?
Pretzels.
Fantastic.
Hello.
Hello. So, two bald chefs and we're gonna make pretzels. I pretty much find these the most orgasmic thing in the world. And Adam has promised me a baby-sized pretzel.
Yep.
I'm not entirely sure that this is a baby-sized amount of ingredients, but we will see how we go. So, what are we making? How do we do it?
Pretzels.
Fantastic.
Let's talk through what we've got.
Okay.
So we have 900 grams of plain flour. And then we've got 2 tablespoons of muscovado sugar, 2 of salt, 80 grams butter, 280 mils of milk, and then bread splooge, which
Yes.
is 100 grams of flour, 260 mils of water, and 2 teaspoons of yeast that's been fermenting overnight. And that's what gives them their real savoury flavour. So yeah,
Cool.
I've never tried in a mixer before, but we're going to try and mix all this in a KitchenAid. See what happens.
Okay, so we've got a bread hook attached to our KitchenAid over here. And we're just gonna drop this in. Whoops, no we're not, that turns it on. Can't tell, my wife normally uses this thing. And
Put it
then
on really
we're gonna
slow, I reckon.
start easing up the speed. Okay, let that go for a sec.
So it's a really stiff dough. It's always going to be really stiff. And it will start to come together, but we might need to just keep an eye on it. So what we're going to do is just really make sure it's been fully mixed and kneaded in the mixer. It looks like it has. And we're just going to kind of gather it into a ball. Now I made this slightly wetter than I have in the past, because normally it has a bit of a problem kind of forming up and closing any gaps, but this is coming together nicely.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll cover that, leave it to sit for probably an hour, let the yeast do a bit of work, and then we'll start shaping.
All right, so 1 hour later, and we should be looking just about ready to go.
Bloop.
And it looks incredible.
It's definitely bigger, but it's also closer to the camera.
Yes, it's all an illusion. But yeah, it's bigger and it's ready to go. So, what is next? Where do we go from here?
So we're making 16 pretzels, so we're going to divide it into 16. 16
Cool.
because it's about 1.6 kilos of dough.
Yep.
And 100 grams is a nice round number to work to, and it makes a good sized pretzel. So
Perfect.
what you can do is if we split it into 4 with a blade
Yep.
and try and make it as even as possible.
This is a cool little tool for doing any sort of pastry work, and you can use it for cutting and scraping and shaving and all those good things.
For a pretzel about that size, like a normal kind of big pretzel size, they need to be about 1 metre long. Probably almost as wide as this bench. So for the traditional kind of German shape, it's a bit, you start with a bit wider in the middle and it tapers out to the far edges. So I'm just going to start rolling this out now.
Perfect.
And the reason you work more than one at once is because now if I stretch this out and let it go, it contracts. So you've got to roll it a bit and then let it rest and then you go on to the next one. To make the shape, you bring your ends up together, twist them around twice, and then, oh no, I'll try that again.
That was a good example of what not to do.
You twist them around twice, and then you fold the ends back to about there,
Oh yeah, beautiful.
and press them really hard. And then when you flip that over,
Looks like a pretzel.
shape.
Look at that. All right, so we got 16 gorgeous pretzels. Mine do look better than Adam's, but I've been doing this. Well, I'm just better at things
Minutes,
in general.
literally minutes.
So what do we do now?
Now we let them dry out for about half an hour. They'll still rise a little bit more, but we let the skin kind of develop, so they'll end up a bit chewier. Yeah, so we can start getting ready the pan. So what we're going to do is we're going to boil them in a solution of bicarbonate of soda. Let them kind of cook a little bit, but it also gives that really rich brown flavour that you want. Brown flavour, really rich brown skin that you want on a pretzel.
Cool.
And then so we boil them, salt them, bake them.
Too easy.
Good.
Okay.
Righto, we've got the pan ready.
I'll get some water.
So this is a solution of probably 3 or 4 tablespoons of bicarb of soda in water. And then just let them boil for a bit. And what they'll do is they'll kind of sink at the back for a little bit.
Is this where it browns up?
No.
Okay. Good to know.
There you go. So it's floating now. There we go. Straight on the baking sheet. Okay, 4 more of those.
They're beer battered pretzels.
There's not that much.
Liberal coating of salt makes them extra delicious.
Just so the slugs don't get to them.
If you're feeling a little bit
That's
low,
so much salt.
a little bit low in you know, electrolytes in the morning, eat yourself a pretzel.
And what we're going to do now is just put a little slit down the face of each one.
Yeah.
Just let it rise in the oven a little bit more.
Okay.
Cool. And then that one will sit for a second. We'll just do the other tray and
All right.
put them in the oven. Oh dear. It's too deep. Moment of truth. 16 minutes, more or less exactly, I think. And we have dirty pretzels.
Oh, yum.
Hot. Hot. No! So hot.
That's how they do it in restaurants, by the way. Why didn't you use the armored glove? All right, so we've finished making our 8 pretzels, and they're looking absolutely gorgeous. We taste tested the other 8 in between shots, and I have to say they turned out absolutely beautiful. They're crusty on top, they're overly salty, they're very nice and doughy on the thick bits. Overall, I think they look awesome. Definitely try this recipe at home.